Welcome back to Neo The World Ends with Math. One more time. Okay. 2 comes after 1. Damn it, this is too hard.
Once more, with purpose.
Okay.
So yeah, like Glib said, 3. This one will be. This is a pentagon. So 5.
5, yes. For 4.
An hexagon.
Is that
B?
Hex rhymes with 7. Oh no, 6.
And another 4.
Good lord.
4, and the circle has 2
My
sides.
symbol.
Oh,
The circle has 0 vectors.
let's hope this works.
First you draw a circle, then dot the eyes.
Oh,
Who the hell is drawing a perfect circle in this afterlife?
something came out.
SpongeBob.
Oh, look at that, Shiroi! Mr. Mew drink.
Man, they're branding literally everything.
The number of corners in each shape served as our solution. Also, cute cat drink.
It's interesting. Some people debate if a circle has 0 sides or 1 side.
Success. Oh, wait, sorry, like in the Super Smash narrator. Success!
A message has arrived.
Success.
You got mail.
You've got mail. Go ahead, Dwibs.
The key was revealed, but the leader is shit at maths. After the vending machine took the 6 designated digits. Mission accomplished, but man, the leader must be embarrassed.
Man, that one had me stumped, but you two got it.
That's just lying to make Rendu feel better.
Let's go knock out the next one.
Okay, yeah, it'd be nice if we had some time to look for Neku, though. Again, whoever he is, he sounds like a dick.
Rendu, this is your inner conscience. Neku is not a dick. Trust me,
You're
I know
still,
this.
you're still set on recruiting him.
We could really use someone like him that we barely know on our team.
Yeah, but who
That's
knows?
true.
Yeah, but who knows if he'll join us, let alone if we'll even see him again.
And that's implied that's even him.
Oh, it's all good though. Come on, Riddle Master Rendo. We've still got work to do.
Yeah, sure.
What? Rendu Surveiller, quick! Batman, get him!
Right. Shouldn't you be crediting Nagi for that?
Yeah, sure.
I wonder if Rindo's conscience is anything like Ichikawa's.
Well, look who it is.
Oh, hey, Candyman.
He's white, Fred.
No, as in because of the lollipop.
I know,
too.
too easy joke.
It's
Easy
a
joke. Let's suck the life out of you, kid.
You know,
The whole search for Neku thing isn't treating you too kindly.
imagine.
It's treating us fine, I guess.
So something else is weighing you down.
You mean aside from the fact that victory literally got snatched from us?
It's just this game isn't exactly easy, you know.
Kilishu.
What? The game to
Incoming.
decide if somebody can come back to life isn't easy.
Jova.
Greetings, sheeple of Shibuya.
If it isn't the conductor himself.
Shut
Wait,
up, I'm
he is the
talking
conductor?
here.
Yep.
This is
Oh,
the manual
snap.
DS version of this guy, yeah.
This is your game master, Shiba speaking.
So yeah, he's quite high on the ranking, as you just heard.
Yeah, conductor is pretty much the one step
He only
below
answer
composer.
means he only answers to the composer. Yeah.
Got some red hot news for ya.
Oh boy, can't wait to hear this.
And that's implying that the composer's actually doing his damn job this time. One team has already completed today's objectives. Well, did that light a fire under the rest of you slow pokes? If you can't stand the heat, then this isn't the game for you. And guess which team finished it first? The temperature's gonna keep rising. Will you? There.
Adieu.
And with that, I bid you adieu.
Adieu to you too, buddy.
Cool, so once again, I will be playing the conductor, I see.
Tell me, Candyman, do you Reapers like what you do?
Though I still do miss Megumi.
It's a
poor
subjective kind of thing. Like it or not, a job's a job. You feel me?
No.
man. Aren't we dutiful?
I do, but like, what's the point?
Fun.
To
What
delay the end?
do you get out of forcing people like us to play this game?
You got an inquisitive streak in you, kid. I dig it.
Remind you of someone from the past, Korea?
Read. Go ahead.
We're not doing it for our own enjoyment, that's for sure.
Read this.
Well,
We know
some
thanks.
people, some men definitely do, Korea.
I think he means like the whole collective, not specific people. So then, why are you doing it?
Think of it this way. The game is like one big talent show.
Yeah, basically.
Shibuya's Got Talent.
And
Well-
you're just about to enter Flavor Town.
Go ahead.
We're looking for the best and the brightest the RG
Exactly.
has to offer.
Yeah, Mr. Anakoma said this in the secret reports of the first game. That's basically what it is, yeah.
They get sent here to play the game after they die.
So you can either come back to life or be made a Reaper.
We evaluate the performance and see who comes out on top. Makes sense.
Yeah, but what happens to the top players?
Some of them join the Reapers, some of them rise even higher in the ranks.
Hmm.
Oh, even higher.
Like a certain. Go ahead.
But why would they do that?
For the lols?
Now that's a
Screw
stupid
the
question,
rules,
Rito.
And what might those higher ranks even entail?
Angel, composer.
I guess whatever school you went to and not a Sunday section. Management mainly. Somebody's gonna watch over the city, right?
True.
Not like
Yeah,
that's
the police.
God's job.
Some of them. Go ahead.
Not everyone sticks around though. Some folks just go back to their lives in the RG.
Like our heroes from the previous game.
Imagine.
Yep.
In the end, the winners get whatever they want.
So it's not about how many points you earn, it's about proving how tough you are?
Oh, no.
Imagine.
That's just
They're going
important.
off of vibes.
Imagine
Oh, no,
a
no,
game
no,
where
no.
the goal is the challenge. Right, but I'm not talking you as a team. I'm talking you.
Yep.
The player.
Maybe you wanna focus a little less on Neku and a little more on yourselves.
Also,
Like,
do we
what-
even know who God is in this game, anyway?
Joshua.
Still?
One team
Well,
wins, and that means each one of us wins.
remember, Shiroi, the idea is that each town has its own composer. So in Joshua's case, okay.
And if we can recruit
sorry.
a strong
Hold on.
player like Neku, wouldn't that increase our chances of winning?
I suppose you got a point there, kid.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of get your
No need to make yourself shine if somebody else can do it for you. I think, yeah,
Hold
people should
on,
be-
that line. I want to emphasize that line. No need to make yourself shine if somebody else can do it for you. That line is more important than you guys realize right now.
I mean, it's also a throwback to the first game.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But I-
Aria's entire shtick.
I do kind of get Shuri's point, though. Like, this whole thing has shown us that this ain't your granddaddy's Reapers game. As in, this feels so drastically different that at this point, maybe we do have a different composer
I
as
get
well.
the idea, Jova. Maybe it's a simple. Well, nah. Anyway, you kids got a big week ahead of you, and you're just barely halfway through the game. Just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you survive is up to you. Just make sure you do. Laters. Again, I get the idea. It's more of a case of because we know so very little, about the bigger picture as a whole. It's more of a case, but yes, each city has their own composers.
Let me. Sorry.
But there probably is a higher authority that the composers still do answer to. But for the sake of not making things too complicated, we're just imagining the composers have that degree of autonomy for now.
I have a dreadful fearing. Our odds of returning home are ever dwindling.
Yep. Let me give
If
you.
think down
Go
like
ahead.
that,
Go
you'll
ahead,
never
Oz.
win.
Let's not lose focus. We've got two objectives. Find Neku and figure out the rest of these riddles.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Let me give you a hint. Sorry. Go ahead. All right, Jova, how about this? I'm not going to explain to you why things are so different right now, but I'll give you a hint that has already become obvious by this point in the story. But first, go ahead, Dibs.
We've already solved the first 2 riddles. All that's left is the one about posing for a photo sticker and today's journey.
Posing! We passed by a photo booth earlier.
Whatever that means.
Okay.
Could it be that place that Brett really wanted to go might actually hold some narrative significance after all?
Well, our wanderings today have been restricted by Takeshita Street.
To Takeshita Street. You'll notice, Jova, that the Reapers that we already are familiar with, like Karya, still have their wings. But you'll notice that these new Reapers that we haven't met in the first game, they don't have wings. Now, why could that be?
I know it, Pedro. They're animated by the team who did Fergali too. They forgot the wings.
Oh my god.
Those people had to find work somewhere.
Okay, let's just say, Jova, the lack of wings on the new Reapers is a hint to what's going on. That's all I'll say for now.
Well, of course it is, Pedro. Don't you know? A Reaper only earns their wings once they've helped their guardianee.
Come on. Oh, last one. Rendo's having trouble, remember? And Fred does his thing. Come on, think.
Oh, right. We saw a bunch of Gato Nero stuff.
I love how Fred is just so immediately quick on doing it. Come on, think.
Those weird cat things.
He is so Rendu's hype, man.
She right?
Now that you mention it, I do recall witnessing Mr. Mew a few times. Has she said that name before?
No, this is our first time. This is our first time name dropping him. Yeah.
Mind you, like I get the idea, Shiri. You know, since the brand is knowledgeable, I get the idea also Mr. Mew is knowledgeable as a mascot.
Yeah, remember the idea is that Gato Nero has become an incredibly popular brand, and Mr. Mew is popular everywhere in Shibuya. So they're not surprised. Like nobody's go, oh my god, what is this cat? Oh, this is actually Mr. Mew. No, they already know because Mr. Mew is super popular by this point. Basically.
Perhaps we are meant to draw inspiration from him for the riddle's poses.
Like in the game. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a shot.
It also helps the newcomers. The newcomers will just, oh, okay, so this is a brand, one of the clothing brands, and it has a mascot. Okay, simple enough. So even the newcomers who haven't played the first game will be able to understand it relatively quickly.
Ironically, this is one of those rare cases where knowing less about the first game may actually leave you less confused. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean actually
you're
in a
learning
good
at
way.
the same time as the actual character.
Exactly.
Because, as far as the newcomer is concerned, this is just how the game goes, But for someone who's familiar with the first game, you'll know something's definitely up. Like, we're not even in a different city, mind you. We're still in Shibuya.
Yeah. Okay, how about this, Jova? Here's another hint from what we've played in the New Day in the first game. Okay, this is not spoiler because we saw that. Remember how Shinjuku got destroyed at the end of a New Day?
Yes.
Okay, that's the last hint I'll give you, because anything else I would have to go into spoilers beyond this point.
I think I've got an idea, but the game's still relatively early in the way, so let's just go with the flow for now.
We'll actually, every one of those questions of what exactly is going on in Shibuya are going to get, trust me, the answers will come.
Now the only question is, will Joshua get off his ass and actually properly help this time?
Well, put a pin on that, Jova. We'll capture all your best angles.
Oh no, you need to sound like Sky Scatter. Well, capture
okay.
your best angles.
We'll capture all your best angles.
I'm convinced Toby Fox was basing Papyrus off of Skeletor the more I think about it.
What are you saying? Do you even have any doubts about that, Jova? And there's a Reaper sticker on it. I will defeat He-Man!
Sure you will, buddy. Sure. As long as it's not Christmas. So.
I bet we can use it to solve the riddle. One of the things that I love about all this special is how there's two characters who turn, oh, what is Christmas? It's a Herf holiday. A very special Herf holiday. And then the conversation just ends. Yeah, sure.
Let's try repeating the pose we saw Mr. Mew do. We saw him on that hoodie, that wallet, that bag, and that drink.
Are we about to see our free protagonist strike a pose?
Yes. Very good, Jova.
Cute.
Oh, Madonna would be so proud.
Ori Karaki.
Pose for the camera.
So, come on, pose.
So does this mean that Skeletor is secretly taking pictures of kids?
So who wants to do it?
It's all part of the photo booth, and he's a licensed photographer, okay?
See, this is technology based. I'm blaming Trapjaw.
Sure, left.
Tis a fair methodology. I have no qualms with it, except FBI open up.
No. She means rock, paper, scissors. Okay, so rock, paper, scissors. Let's go. Rock, paper, scissors.
Junk and phone. What even?
Shoot.
There we go.
Just like the first Splatfest.
So yeah, looks like alrighty.
Yeah, Nagi lost.
Curses.
Foiled again. And Rock always carried me all the time.
Well, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
Say cheese.
Sure. I don't know who's saying that, but it doesn't matter.
It was probably Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Your poses were picture perfect. Great job. Just gotta wait for him to print.
You're gonna be there a while then.
Damn it, they're all blurry.
We'll capture all your best angles.
Say that. They're done.
There you go.
Weird.
Nagi, what is that pose?
Remember, she lost rock, paper, scissors, which means she has to do the more ridiculous pose.
I know.
I don't think Rindo's even doing the task. He's just. Like,
I think the
God,
photo caught him in the middle. He's like, what the fuck?
Like,
Yeah,
she's trying to make
Wait, I
herself
wasn't
look
ready.
bigger to scare off bears or
Hey,
Of course.
hey, still better than Suzukichi selfies.
Out.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah.
But true, yes.
There you go,
Hey,
Teo. They
look
agree with you.
Well, look at the bright side. These
This
are
is going
embarrassing.
straight to your driver's license,
Oh.
kids.
I was
Oh, I
just
got a
about to
message.
say, look at the bright side. They're embarrassing enough that the DMV will leap at the chance to make these your driver's license photos.
The
The
announcer.
three poses from
to,
today's journey were captured in a photo sticker.
The announcement. The person is going to put this on the big screen for all the other players to see.
And the key was revealed.
Your wicked twisters, everybody! Give a
I'm
round
sorry, I
for them.
forget his name.
Shiba, I think was
The
it?
game master. Yeah, Shiva, I think.
Yes.
Man, what a shot. I mean, just look at your faces.
Steve.
Now that it's over, I'd rather not.
Well, maybe if you tried to actually look cool.
Hey,
You can't really
hey,
look cool when you're doing
hey,
this.
I've got this face mask. I look cool enough.
And we got the adamantite pin. Okay.
Well, that's all three riddles solved.
Now we just gotta report back to that Reaper. Where was he again?
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
right. We're doing this
Hey,
all
this just
for a
pops up right
Reaper.
behind. Near Tokyo Plaza.
This day is actually about to end, Jova, in the next part, in fact. So it's we don't have much more to do after this. Well,
So
let's
it
get
wasn't
moving.
I guess it wasn't too much of a sidetrack.
Off we go.
It's just, I always do love when sometimes the game will have you do a quest for this guy, but that leads to you doing another quest for this guy, but that leads to you doing a quest for this girl, who needs to do a quest for her brother, who needs to do a quest for his son, who needs to do a quest for his baby, and the baby also puts you on a quest.
Well, Jova, remember that's what South Park Stick of Truth was parroting with the whole. You need to get the brass key in order to get the silver key, but then you need to get the silver key in order to get the gold key. So that's just RPGs in general, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sup?
Hey.
That was the Reaper.
Oh, hey.
I forgot.
I believe it was me.
Yeah.
Gone.
Oh, hey, looks like you solved all the riddles. Way to go. I knew you had it in you.
Yeah.
Tokyo Plaza is now open for you to enjoy however your heart's desire. Yeah, I remember, because this is the guy who talked about how they took forever to get out of the gate because the teams left a trap them. You should go shopping. Eliminate the target. Even though the Ruinbringers already beat you to it.
Bomber.
That being said,
What?
go ahead.
Yeah, but don't let that stop you. You can still have your fun. Just won't get as many points for it. You'll be second best.
Really?
Damn, come on, we gotta hurry.
Wouldn't want to be in last place.
Then there's no time to waste.
In the spine. It's
No
a
time
snipe
to
line.
waste.
Launch up to 5 rockets at your target. Lock onto multiple foes by changing targets while charging. Enemies will be locked out. In fact, I think I'm about to... Yeah. Let's see it in action real quick.
I wonder,
Right there.
what if, for a certain reason, the game actually does need to continue, and ironically, the Ruinbringers are actually the good guys for keeping it going?
Well, remember, that's what they've been doing for a long time. Just keep the game going. Like, these guys are literally trapping us all in here just for the lulz. Literally.
You're saying, Drove, ideally, that if they stop, the city gets destroyed or something?
I do get the feeling that what's going on with this game may actually be for the city's survival. At the very least, something is definitely going on tied to the destruction of other cities.
Been here in the UG before.
They're very nice stars for us to visit, and notice that the brand new word there was in yellow, so yeah, new keyword. Alright, so here's our first visit to Tokyo Plaza. To go on with what you were saying, Jova, regarding the whole, you know, like newcomers, it also has to do with the fact that, again, like I said, because of the, let's face it, lack of, not the first game not being in many platforms, I get the feeling Nomura and Kondo thought, okay, let's try to make the game cater to the returning fans, but also make it as newcomer friendly as possible, which is why, for now, we're focusing more on the new stuff rather than nostalgia for the older game. Don't worry, the nostalgic fan service will come in time.
It's got that kind of Ace Attorney sequel charm where you can technically drop into any Ace Attorney game whatsoever and you won't be too lost because the sequels
real quick, Jova, this woman has an incredibly adorable dress. By the way, since we keep since you keep bringing up the clothing, this woman looks incredibly adorable. So her name is Yatsuba Sano. There you go. What do you think of her outfit, Shiri?
She's verbed.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, like I was saying, it's got that charm where the sequel isn't enough of its own world that it definitely has ties to the previous one, and it's always best to see the original, but you won't get handicapped for not having seen the original.
Not to mention, the game, you can tell that the developers want the game to stand on its own and not just rely on fan service for the first game. You know.
What helps is that this doesn't feel forced. Like, there are a lot of times where something feels like, okay, they're obviously forcing it to feel like it's a good entry point, you know. Kind of like when somebody says, hey, Pokemon 10 should be... Well, okay, that's not the best example. Pokemon's not that story-based, but like, say something like, well, okay, it's like with Resident Evil.
Look at that, guys.
Say,
a Mr. Mew phone case.
Cute. Like, let's say, for example, Resident Evil, and then suddenly people say, but Resident Evil 5, you know, literally number 5, should be a good entry point, so suddenly they just dumb down the story to make it like that. I'm not saying that that's what happened with 5, but I have seen a lot of cases where it feels forced.
I mean, arguably it happened with 7, Jova.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I like 7, not a big fan of Ethan and his family, though.
It's not even that, Jova. We already discussed this in other parts, you know. It's just a matter that, yes, it's cool that you make a fresh start because you were afraid of what happened, the clusterfuck that happened with 6, but bother to resolve the plot points establishing that also. And the revelation game while you're at it.
Which they seem to kind of be doing with the CGI movies, but come on, guys. Let us play as the old characters, especially since... Well, after what happened in 8, it feels like they're heading up to that. Asia Fantasia.
What the hell is that banana?
Insert what banana joke here.
Out of a gutter, sorry.
Mom, why are you eating my wet banana?
No!
No, yeah, sure.
But, yeah,
no,
like, I mean,
especially because, Jova, remember, the first game requires touch controls and, you know, moving with the stylus and stuff like that, which means it's not super accessible. Whereas this game is easier to get into for people who may not be as good with handling touch controls and stuff like that.
I assume for the Switch version, touch controls are still a factor.
Yeah. Well, if you play on handheld mode, yes. If you play on handheld mode, yes. The problem is, like I've already explained, the Joy-Con controls for the Switch version are terrible, so that's not really an option either. That's the problem.
Really? I mean, okay. I mean, I've never really had much issue using the Joy-Cons in handheld mode.
No, I mean for TWEWY. I mean for the first TWEWY.
Yeah, the original. I'm strictly talking about this sequel here.
Oh, this.
Like,
Oh, no.
Obviously,
this game.
Obviously, they kept the touchscreen stuff for the remake because that's a transfer.
No, but that's what I'm talking about, Joe. But because of that, the first game is not as accessible to get into as this one is, because this one is relying on traditional button controls. So obviously, it's much easier for people to get into, whereas the first game has that learning curve that you need to overcome.
I want to be fair and say that there still is enough attention on touchscreen. There's enough focus on touchscreen controls in this day and age to the point where I don't think it was the worst thing to do. Like, I'll say this: it's not to Sonic Chronicles level.
Get this too.
Needing the touchscreen.
There you go, too.
Oh my!
Could you pronounce the name of the store, please?
I did in one of the early parts because I noticed that it means the King's Knight. Sorry, the King's Horse.
The King's Horse, yeah. And you can get yourself an Italian suit.
Oh yes, please.
Of course, the hat is the fedora.
Teo, what's the name of this? And all the names of the clothing are all Italian words as well.
Inimitabile, it means uncomparable.
Huh.
The pins are actually in English because they're attacked. So, all right, Psychic Storm, drench the target and surrounding enemies with torrents of rain. But all right, Shirai, while you were gone, we got ourselves Mr. Mew phone case as one of our accessories.
Cute.
There you go. Teo, feel free to voice this guy's lines as well, since he.
As you wish.
Go ahead.
Galaxy. For occasion, perfect example, as I always say. Honor.
Yep.
Nice.
60,000 yen. Jesus.
Yeah, the one thing, the Italian clothing industry is, expensive as shit.
Trust me, that's the case over here too.
Of course. The family suit, the suit has to be honor and respect and companion for the head. Wow, they're really selling you a mafia outfit. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I know, I was about to say.
320.
I have to wonder if this was something that was already in the original script, or if it was Matt and his team that decided to...
Probably in the original. Like I said, the clothing industry from my country gets exported all over the world. It's not it wouldn't be too surprising.
Oh no, that I get. What I mean the use of the owner's honor and respect for the suit. That's what I mean.
I love how this man does not question the fact that these free kids have enough money to purchase a full-on Italian set. Thanks. Like, I've seen some of those out in the wild, and those things can go for like $500.
I get the Italian mentalities. I see the cash, I don't have any problem. Sure, I will inform the Don afterward, but
Basically,
the Don would absolutely love that. So now parents are giving their children enough money.
All right.
To the point where they may as well.
Maybe I'll show it again. Oh no, not yet. I actually forgot what was my. I mean, we're not going to do the side quest just yet because the part is almost over. Let me see if I can remember what else is. Go ahead, Jova. There's a pig noise. All right, let's get it. Go ahead, Jova.
Oh, goody. But yeah, I can just imagine the Dawn having to reconcile the fact that kids are walking around with that much money like it's their lunch money. Like, maybe this is where the real racket is now these days, clothing.
Alright, so these...
Also, one pig is a Reaper-shaped pig, or noise one.
Alright, so these particular two pigs... So these two particular pigs are a bit more difficult. If you keep killing them, they'll just respawn immediately. So let's think about it.
You have to kill both of them at the same time.
Very good, too.
Again, people like
you'll notice the colors, light and dark.
You're saying to you?
people from all people from Square, Kitase, Nomura, and to an extent also Sakaguchi, have always loved this mechanic to repropose once in a while to have a pair of enemies that you have to kill simultaneously or it doesn't count. Particularly there's a boss in Final Fantasy, just set of bosses in Final Fantasy V that you have to do that.
Yep.
So is there like a wide spreading attack that can help you take them out at the same time?
I can imagine stuff like the bomb. Remember, there was the attack that Minamimoto was using in week 1. It was an air attack. I get the idea you have to find a way to wrangle them. If
you feel like you need to get yourself a pin that's easier to use with, you can restart this battle, so don't worry. That being said, the pin I have with if I remember correctly, what I'm going to do, it allows me to show off the running from battle feature. Why not? Since we haven't used it in this game. Don't worry, I'm about to do it. But first, one thing that's also good to do is make use of the difficulty meter. You can always just go back to easy to decrease their stats a bit. You'll notice too that the pin that I have on Nagi, her attack covers a large distance, like so. See?
Yeah, well, it's in front of her,
There you go.
Like I said, there you go. Show's attack was generally just, a little wide area in a circle. So again, it depends on what pins you get and, what the previous showcasing shows.
So...
Alright, I think I'm gonna show it now, maybe.
When changing it from easier to harder, what does that affect? Like how hard
stats.
the enemies hit, or there's...
Well, hold on. Okay. The stats of the enemies, and the lower your difficulty, the worse your drops will be. So if you want if you want better pin drops, raise that difficulty, asshole.
Does the game also penalize you for switching to an easier difficulty by taking away a certain secret ending or something?
No. The only thing is the diving segments where we dive into people's minds. In order to get the full points for those, you need to complete them in normal or up. Right? If you can put them on easy, you only get the bronze award rather than the silver or the golden one, right? That's the only penalty you have for going on easy mode. But again, if for whatever reason you did one of those on easy mode and you lost your crown and lost your 100%, don't worry. You just go back to use the chapter select and go back and just do it again.
This is not Devil May Cry 3, Drova, don't worry.
Good. Devil May Cry 3 can be
the first game
very punishing.
Remember, the first game did this. Anything you missed your first time around, just use the chapter select to go back and just go get it.
It's also the fact, Drova, that it's one of those cases where the game is kind of like Sonic. It's centered around scoring you at the end, so you want to try to make sure that score stays high. And the fact that you die and select easy, that technically does penalize you.
Alright, tune in next time where we do the side quest of this particular day. Before we complete it.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.